On a brisk autumn morning in upstate New York, Eleanor Grayson, a 65-year-old widow, discovered comfort in the gentle murmur of her greenhouse. The atmosphere was rich with the aroma of moist earth and blossoming orchids, her gentle hands carefully sifting through the soil as she nurtured the delicate bulbs. Her silver hair, loosely gathered in a bun, shimmered in the sunlight that streamed through the glass panes, while her emerald eyes glimmered with a steadfast resolve, a testament to the years since her husband Thomas had departed 5 years prior. The greenhouse transformed into her haven, a realm where the burdens of solitude were gently eased by the soothing cadence of life's nurturing embrace. Yet beneath her composed exterior, a hollow ache lingered, a yearning for connection that had eluded her for years. Eleanor took great pride in her vitality. Her daily walks, balanced meals, and yoga sessions kept her body robust. Strangers would often exclaim, "Eleanor, you don't look a day over 50." Yet despite her physical well-being, no amount of health could ever fill the emptiness left by years of solitude. As she knelt to examine the bulb's roots, a sudden jolt of pain surged through her lower back. In an instant, sharp and intense, her breath hitched, and the instruments she held tumbled to the earth. With her palms firmly planted on the workbench, she sought stability, yet the pain surged through her like an uncontrollable blaze, seizing her muscles in an unyielding grip. With her eyes shut tight, she drew in a deep breath, hoping to ease the torment, yet it only clung to her more fiercely. Her heart raced, not merely from the pain, but from the raw vulnerability it laid bare. In her solitude, a sense of unease settled in as the greenhouse door creaked open, shattering the stillness with a voice she recognized. "Aunt Eleanor, are you all right?" It was Caleb, her young nephew of 23 years. He stood in the doorway, a figure of strength with broad shoulders, his tousled brown hair catching the sunlight, while his deep hazel eyes searched hers, filled with a hint of worry. Caleb, with his striking jawline and effortless charisma, possessed an aura that captivated attention wherever he roamed. A fresh college graduate, he found himself lingering in the vicinity, lending a hand with various tasks. Though Eleanor had not anticipated his arrival today, his unexpected presence sparked a glimmer of relief within her, albeit laced with a sense of unease. She had always been self-reliant, unaccustomed to the idea of seeking assistance. "Caleb," she breathed, her voice trembling with emotion. "It's my tale. My body feels frozen in place." Her cheeks bloomed with a rosy hue of embarrassment. She loathed the sensation of fragility, particularly when standing before someone so full of life and energy. Caleb advanced, the sound of his boots crunching against the gravel floor, echoing in the stillness. "Allow me to have a glance," he remarked, his voice steady yet resolute. He knelt beside her, his powerful hands poised just above her shoulders. "I could give a massage a go. It could ease the tension a bit." Eleanor paused, her thoughts swirling like leaves in a tempest. His touch carried a strange intimacy, yet the agony was overwhelming. With a subtle nod, her lips formed a delicate straight line. Caleb's hands radiated warmth and a surprising gentleness as they made contact with her shoulders, skillfully navigating through the fabric of her cotton blouse. With every movement, a wave of relief coursed through her taut muscles. Yet it awakened something profound within her, a warmth that transcended the mere physical. Eleanor's breath caught in her throat, and she shut her eyes, striving to embrace the relief instead of the strange, fluttering sensation in her chest. It had been years since she felt a touch like this, not since Thomas. The greenhouse, once her sanctuary, now seemed to shrink around her, the atmosphere thick with an unvoiced unease. With a gentle resolve, Caleb spoke, his voice unwavering yet infused with tenderness. "I'm going to press a bit harder. His fingers glided downwards, following the gentle arch of her spine, and Eleanor experienced a shiver that was stirred by something deeper than mere discomfort. She let out a breath, perhaps a bit too profound, and her voice quivered as she softly spoke, "Caleb, that's helping." The words seemed to falter, struggling to convey the tempest of feelings raging inside her. Isolation long hidden emerged from the depths, intertwining with a thrilling intrigue. She felt each touch keenly, every gentle caress of his skin meeting hers, igniting a spark of connection. Caleb halted his hands, coming to a standstill. "Aunt Eleanor, it seems that things aren't unfolding quite as they ought to here. Come, let us gather by the warmth of the fireplace. The gentle embrace of warmth shall provide comfort, and I possess a soothing cream that may alleviate the strain." His voice carried a weight of seriousness, yet his eyes sparkled with a hint of something deeper, a flicker of concern. Indeed, there was a subtle yet powerful energy that caused her heart to flutter. Eleanor nodded, her heart heavy with the weight of unspoken words. With Caleb's arms cradling her, she inched toward the house, every step echoing her delicate state and his unwavering support. With a grip that balanced strength and gentleness, they stepped into the living room, where the warm golden light of the fire danced and flickered, creating elongated shadows that played upon the polished hardwood floor. Caleb unfurled a blanket upon the rug, inviting her to recline upon it with a gentle gesture. "It shall be more comfortable," he murmured, his voice a gentle whisper. Eleanor acquiesced, her motions measured and intentional. The warmth of the fire embraced her gently, unraveling the tension that had taken residence in her muscles. Yet her thoughts were a tempest, swirling and restless. Caleb cradled a small tub of cream in his hands, coaxing warmth into it with gentle friction. The delicate aroma of eucalyptus wafted through the atmosphere. As he knelt beside her, his hands gently settled on her shoulders once more, this time with a smooth application of the cream. The feeling was like a spark. The sharpness faded away, giving way to a gentle warmth that blossomed within her very being. Eleanor bit her lip, holding back a sigh that threatened to escape. His touch was a balm, yet it stirred a part of her that she believed had long been asleep. Caleb whispered gently, his voice wrapping around them like a comforting embrace. "In time, brighter days will find you once more." Yet Eleanor found herself adrift in a sea of uncertainty, unsure of the emotions swirling within her. With every gentle touch, he began to carve through the barriers she had so carefully constructed around her heart. At 65, she was a woman shaped by the tides of love and the shadows of loss. Yet here she found herself awakened by the gentle caress of a man who could easily be her grandson. As the weight of guilt tugged at her heart, it was swiftly overshadowed by the electric thrill of the moment unfolding before her. Her body, once a canvas of routine and discipline, now vibrated with a wild, untamed energy. Caleb's hands descended, his fingers gently pressing into the small of her back. "Your muscles are so tight," he remarked, a touch of warmth lacing his voice. "Dear Aunt Eleanor, it seems you bear a heavy load." In the heart of the garden there stood a greenhouse. "The dwelling, remember to nurture your own well-being as well." His words struck with a force she hadn't anticipated. In the heart of the greenhouse she found solace, a sanctuary, where the shadows of Thomas faded into the vibrant greens and blossoms that surrounded her. Yet Caleb's heartfelt concern, so sincere and open, prompted her to ponder if she had been evading more than merely her past. "I know," she whispered, her voice a mere breath in the silence. "It has served as my refuge ever since Thomas departed." Caleb's hands came to a halt, and he drew nearer, his breath a gentle warmth against her ear. "I understand," he murmured gently, "but you don't have to face this by yourself." His words reached out a beacon, guiding her away from the shadows of solitude. For a fleeting instant, she allowed herself to envision the sensation of surrendering to his strength, of permitting another to bear the burden she had shouldered for an eternity. The fire danced and crackled its warmth, wrapping around the room like a cozy embrace, deepening the sense of closeness within. Eleanor felt her heart race as Caleb's hands returned to their task, each caress a fragile dance of tenderness and an unvoiced connection. Within her, a transformation began to unfold, igniting a flicker of longing she had thought was lost to time. It was a thrilling and daunting experience, a clash of desire and self-control. With a subtle tilt of her head, she captured his gaze. His eyes, typically brimming with assurance, now revealed a glimmer of doubt, as though he too was wrestling with the delicate balance they were maintaining. "Caleb," she whispered, her voice quivering with emotion. "Your impact reaches far beyond what you realize." He paused, his hands hesitating as they traced her skin, savoring the moment. The stillness enveloped them, thick with unspoken potential, that lingered in the air, a delicate dance of what-ifs that neither was brave enough to voice. In a moment that seemed destined yet taboo, Caleb drew nearer, their breaths intertwining in the charged air, and Eleanor. He murmured, his voice a soft breath in the stillness. "There's an undeniable pull here, something I can't simply brush aside." Her breath hitched, and in that brief moment she contemplated retreating. He was her nephew, a thread in the tapestry of her family, and the weight of this moment spun her thoughts into a whirlwind. Yet the solitude that had shadowed her for countless years surged forth, clamoring for recognition. With her eyes gently shut, she yielded to the magnetic allure of his essence. As their lips touched, it began with a gentle hesitation, a fleeting warmth that coursed through her, igniting a shiver of anticipation. Yet the kiss grew more profound, ignited by a lifetime of silent desire. His hands cradled her face, while hers rested on his shoulders, the universe shrinking to the warmth of their bond. As they bid farewell, hearts pounding, Eleanor's thoughts surged like a tempest. In a whirlwind of emotions, guilt, desire, and fear intertwined, leaving her in a state of disorientation. Caleb's gaze lingered on hers, a blend of wonder and uncertainty dancing across his features. Apologies escaped his lips in a hurried whisper, the roughness of his voice betraying the weight of his emotions. Unintentionally, Eleanor shook her head, her hand extending toward his. "Please don't," she whispered, her voice laced with an undeniable weight. I felt it. Too, the confession lingered in the air, unrefined and stark. After years of numbness, a spark of life ignited within her, yet the burden of their choices bore down heavily on her heart. In the stillness of the night, they lingered, the warm glow of the fire, dancing and weaving shadows upon the walls, creating a tapestry of light and dark. Eleanor's thoughts danced in a whirlwind. In that fleeting instant, she sensed the potential for transformation. Her bond with Caleb, her very identity and her role in the grand tapestry of life hung in the balance. Yet she found it impossible to ignore the undeniable truth of her emotions. Her heart was entwined with his, not merely as kin, but as a man who had gazed into her soul, recognizing her essence in a manner that had eluded her for years. Caleb, just 2 years old, appeared conflicted, his little jaw clenched, as he gazed intently into the dancing flames. He paused, his voice barely above a whisper, and confessed, "I can't quite grasp what this all means, but one thing is clear, my feelings for you run deeper than they ought to." Eleanor's heart throbbed with the intricate tapestry of emotions woven into her experience. She yearned to embrace this sensation, to allow it to saturate the void within her. Yet she was acutely aware of the dangers that lurked beneath the surface. The world outside would never grasp the truth, and the bonds of family would be irrevocably broken if the secret slipped into the light. In that fleeting instant, everything else faded away. As she extended her hand, a gentle tremor coursed through her fingers, intertwining with his in a delicate embrace. "Caleb," she spoke, her voice unwavering even amidst the tempest inside her. "My heart whispers a truth I can't fully grasp, yet it resonates deeply within me. I love you." His gaze became gentle, and a gradual smile blossomed upon his lips, a blend of comfort and determination. "I love you too," he declared, his voice steady, and I no longer wished to resist it. He drew her near their lips, meeting once more, this time infused with a conviction that banished any uncertainty. In that moment, the realm beyond faded into oblivion. In that moment, all that existed was the gentle heat of his hold, whispering of fresh beginnings yet to unfold. As the night deepened, they found themselves entwined on the blanket, sharing whispers and dreams under the vast, starry sky. The flames dance, casting a warm light that adorns their skin in shades of gold. In the fervor of the moment, their garments were cast aside, strewn haphazardly across the floor. Eleanor delicately traced the contours of Caleb's face, committing each nuance to memory. "I wouldn't trade this for anything," he murmured, his thumb gently caressing her lips. With a gentle smile, she embraced the fullness of her heart, undeterred by the shadows of uncertainty that lay ahead. "Neither would I," she whispered, her voice heavy with feeling. "You've restored a piece of my heart that I believed was gone for good." Yet as the thrill waned, the weight of reality began to settle in. Eleanor understood that the weight of their choices could not be overlooked. She rose from her slumber, wrapping the blanket snugly around her shoulders. "Caleb, we must delve into the significance of this," she said, her voice a soothing blend of warmth and resolve. "What we experience is genuine, yet it weaves a tapestry of complexity. We have ventured beyond certain limits, and it is essential for us to grasp the implications of this journey for ourselves and our family." Caleb nodded, a weight of gravity in his gaze. "Though I may not possess every answer, my desire is to embark on this journey of discovery alongside you." He took a moment, then continued. "I believe it's important for us to discuss consent. 2, I must understand that you truly embrace this, that you're not merely swept away by the current of the moment." His concern resonated within her, awakening a profound understanding of the depth of his regard for her autonomy. "You're right," she said, her voice unwavering. "Agreement is paramount. This was my choice. Caleb, it was a desire that ignited within me, and that flame still burns bright. Yet we must speak truthfully about the intricate dance of power that unfolds in this scenario. With the passage of time, I've come to realize the bonds we share as family. We must tread thoughtfully, ensuring that our desires are well understood by one another." With a deep breath, she felt the whirlwind of wisdom gathered through the years swirl in her mind. Every kind of relationship, whether romantic or otherwise, thrives on the pillars of communication, respect, and the establishment of boundaries. Let us continue our conversations, ensuring we stay connected and attentive to one another. Caleb hung on every word, his gaze locked onto hers with unwavering focus. "I concur," he replied. "I desire for this to be just as it should be for each of us. Let us embark on this journey with patience, unraveling the significance of it all together. And if it becomes overwhelming, we shall take a step back. My deepest wish is for your happiness to shine brightly." His genuine nature anchored her, and a wave of appreciation washed over her for his wisdom. As they conversed, Eleanor wove in the insights she had gathered about the delicate dance of intimacy and the intricate tapestry of relationships. Love transcends mere emotions, she remarked. It revolves around the essence of trust and the weight of accountability. It is essential for us to safeguard one another's hearts, which calls for honesty even in the face of difficulty. She shared insights on the significance of emotional safety, highlighting the need to recognize when feelings could obscure our judgment. She emphasized the importance of being mindful of societal perceptions of relationships like ours, urging us not to let those views dictate our actions, but rather to comprehend the hurdles we may encounter. Caleb nodded, letting her words wash over him like a gentle tide. He confessed, "I've never considered it from that perspective. Indeed, you have a point. My desire is to master this craft properly." Their dialogue wove through the hours, wrapping the night in its embrace. With threads of vulnerability and wisdom intertwined, Eleanor discovered a fresh sense of strength not only in their bond, but also in her capacity to lead them through the unknown. As the first light of dawn began to break, they forged a solemn pact, vowing to tread carefully into the unknown. In her quest to create something genuine and significant, Eleanor understood that the journey before her would be filled with obstacles. Yet after all this time, a spark ignited within her, and she felt prepared to confront them at last. Caleb's presence had reignited the flame within her, a gentle reminder that love in all its myriad forms was a treasure worth the struggle. As the moment drew to a close, Caleb grasped her hand, his smile radiating warmth and steadfastness. "I shall return by tomorrow," he proclaimed. And from that day forth, if he would accept her, Eleanor squeezed his hand, her heart buoyant as it hadn't been in ages. "I will," she declared, her voice unwavering. "Come, let us weave this tale together. If this tale of love, redemption, and transcending limits touched your heart, be sure to subscribe to Broken Vows on YouTube. Tap that notification bell to ensure you never miss a new narrative of passion and discovery. Come be a part of our journey as we delve into the intricate tapestry of human emotions. Your encouragement breathes life into these tales,